Before tackling a paint removal restoration project where you think the paint might contain lead, it's a good idea to test the paint to find out. Most local hardware stores carry a simple lead test kit that you can purchase. Now keep in mind that these test kits will test for any type of lead, whether it's hazardous or non-hazardous. So after using Franmar's lead-out lead paint remover, the converted lead in the paint will still test positive for lead even though it's non-hazardous. So let's test our project door here to see if it contains lead. The kit I'm using today is one of 3 lead test kits that the EPA approves for use. It's a very easy to use test, and all we do is break the 2 glass vials in the stem here and then rub the tip applicator on a section of the door where I've made a razor cut all the way through all the layers of the paint. As you can see, the tip of the applicator turned red, so that does indicate that there is lead in the paint on this door. In the lead-out lead paint removal kit, there's a mask, a pair of gloves, a stir stick, the lead-out powder, and the gel. To get started, it's a good idea to wear the gloves and the mask when you're mixing the powder into the gel. The only reason to wear the gloves and the mask is because the lead-out powder is a very fine powder and has a distinct odor to it that can rub off on your skin or you can breathe it in. After mixing the powder in the gel, it's not necessary to wear the gloves or the mask. Once the gel and the powder are mixed, it's important to remember that Franmar's lead-out will only be able to actively convert the lead in the paint for 24 hours. After 24 hours, the product will still strip paint, but will not convert any of the remaining hazardous lead it comes in contact with. As you can see here, I did a small test spot with a quart sample of the Franmar's lead-out, and I found that an overnight application removed the lead paint down to the wood in 1 application. So I plan to apply lead-out to the entire door and just come back tomorrow morning, just begin scraping off the paint. To apply the lead-out, I'm just going to be pouring small amounts on the door. I'm going to spread it around with an inexpensive paintbrush. Now that we have Franmar's lead-out on the entire door, I plan to come back tomorrow and continue on this project. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. Alright, we're back the next morning. As you can see here that the paint is definitely ready to remove, so we're going to work on scraping all the paint off, and then we'll move on to using our degreaser emerge to prep the door. Now that you can see, we've got all the paint scraped off the door, so we're going to use degreaser, Franmar's Emerge degreaser, and we're going to spray it on the door and scrub and wipe down the door to get all the residue. And then we're going to let this door dry overnight, and then we can begin doing a light sand and prepping the door for our new coating.